Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to frame an L-shaped privacy wall in front of the door that leads to the bathroom area of this restaurant. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end because I'm going to be showing you all the details of how we were able to frame this wall, install the plywood on the exterior, and then we painted everything at the end so you can obtain the same results. If you want to learn how to do all kinds of handyman DIY projects, including home renovations, then you're in the best place here on YouTube, since that's all we do here. Consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading. We're starting off by setting up our laser. We have a Bosch laser that we recently got, and this will help us to basically give us a line on the wall, and it can also give us a line on the floor depending on the position that we put it. So we can basically put the outer perimeter 2x4, and the owner wanted us to leave like a 1/2 inch gap between the wall and the seat that you see right there next to the wall, and we have to take that into account with the 2x4 that you see on the ground and also the plywood that we're going to be putting on the exterior. But right here we're basically starting to lay out the bottom. It's going to be like an L-shaped wall starting on the right side of the door, and then it's going to come out towards this direction about 4 feet, and then it's going to go towards the left about 66 inches. The 66 inches that we got is because the owner, he's going to be putting like a decoration. He's going to hang it on there, so he chose it so it can fit perfectly from edge to edge. And actually in the end he decided to put a mirror instead, which it came out really nice. It makes the room look a lot bigger. So right here, since there was like a gap in between, we put a couple of shims, and that will help to support the 2x4. There's a ledge right there that we nailed it to that, and then the bottom as well. But in between where there was like large gaps, you'll want to put some, definitely like some shims or something to help keep it more firm and straight. And then at the bottom, we're just measuring to get all the studs. We're going to put them 16 inches on center. We're starting off with the one that is connected from directly to the wall, and from there we're going to be leading out 16 inches for every stud. Now we forgot to account for the 2x4 that's going to be horizontally at the very top, so no big deal. You know, we have this little tool that cuts the board, especially since we already like nailed it in place and all that. So we're just going to cut this to the measurement of the 2x4, and that's going to be the top bracing point, kind of like that right there. So that way it fits right underneath that ledge, and it's going to work perfectly. Now to anchor the 2x4s to the ground, we're using these special anchors. They sell them at Home Depot, Lowe's, at all the places, you know, where they have like the just anchoring stuff to concrete. And those bolts, they go into the ground. You drill it in there, and then you screw it through. And as we tighten the nut that you see there on the 2x4, it expands the anchor into the concrete, so it's like super strong, and it anchors the bottom 2x4 to the ground really firmly. So once we have that, then we're going ahead and installing the vertical 2x4s. We measured the proper length. Like you saw in the beginning, we cut a little section. We had to do that for all of these so we can get the proper height. Typically these are 8 feet tall or 8 feet long, but we had to cut a little bit off so we can account for that horizontal 2x4 that's going to lay on top, so it fits right below that ledge. And so little tweaks like that you may have to do depending on your situation, or if you don't deal with like these kind of decorations or things that we have here, then you can just keep them full length and just put your top 2x4 on top of that. But that's pretty much the layout right here. So we have the verticals 16 inches on center. We nailed those to the bottom 2x4 with angled nails, and we're using a typical, air gun, air nailer, and we just put in each 2x4 at an angle, so it comes out, and then from here it goes across the other way. And we're gonna put the top support on there as well. And even like this, the wall is still pretty wobbly, because it's not like attached to any surface at the top. It's mostly just attached to the ground and also to the wall on the right side of the door. But no big deal, because once we install the plywood, that's what's actually gonna give it a lot more firmness, and it's gonna definitely be stable. At the top, we're screwing in the top 2x4 with some screws, wood screws, so that way it connects to that. And that's pretty much it. So this is the skeleton for the wall. And especially here, the owner, he's not going to be hanging anything heavy. It's just mainly to give some privacy. So you don't need a ton of like reinforcement. I mean, this is more than enough for this area. Nobody's going to be banging on it or leaning on it or nothing like that. It's just to kind of walk around here to get out of that door. And then outside there's like a hallway, and it goes into a bathroom. So he didn't want this like completely open, for people to come in and out and get distracted while they're eating or having a great time. So this will help to kind of alleviate that. And over here, we're setting our plywoods on top of some 5-gallon buckets that we have, just to kind of help us to support it. And we're drawing a straight line with our square and our level. And we have this Makita circular saw that it's perfect. It makes nice, clean, straight cuts. And we're just gonna measure each section, the width, and cut off the excess, and then we're just gonna nail it with our air gun nailer. And from there, we'll just measure the width and the height of the next section. And we're gonna do the same thing for each piece. And little by little, we're just gonna cover up this. Now this plywood, it's like a thinner, I think it's about like a 1/2 inch, and it's the finer surface material. The owner, he didn't want to spend too much on this, but he also wanted it to be smoother than like a typical plywood. So we found these sheets were like $40 a piece, which is not bad. Some of them go up, like right now wood has gone crazy expensive, and some can be like $70, $80 per sheet. So this is about half the price. It's a 1/2 inch, and it's gonna work perfectly, for hanging whatever you want. And after this, we're gonna be painting it white like the rest of the wall of the restaurant. So whatever's left here is just to install the rest of the the plywoods on the interior of the wall. We're gonna make sure to cover everything nice and well, and nail it to the studs on each section. And that's pretty much how you can frame and do the wall portion. Now this one is an L-shaped, so it comes out and then it comes this way. So this is gonna be perfectly roomy enough, even for a person that has disabilities. If somebody has a wheelchair or whatever, they can still get through here, not a problem. We have a lot more videos that we made in this restaurant. We built a bar, we did a countertop. Now the bar that we built, we also made like a ADA table that folds into the flat, like on the side of the bar at the bottom. And that's what's nice about all this, is we can build things that is also good for any people that have a disability or they have wheelchairs. They can still come into this place and enjoy a really nice meal. And so that's what I love about our job, is we can do so many things to retrofit or work around any needs that are coming up. So right here, my worker, he spent most of the day to build this wall, and he had to leave a little early. So I came in the next day and just started painting. He wasn't able to finish the entire wall, but I believe like the following day after I painted this, he came through and just installed the extra pieces. So if you see this video right now and you see the wall that is still missing some sections, please don't worry. That's not how it's supposed to be. We are planning to come back, and we actually did. The next day we came through and we just cut the smaller sections that were left, and then I just painted the rest with a brush, and that's pretty much it. We had this leftover paint from the entire restaurant that we did several weeks ago, and so that's the nice thing about that is I'm just painting directly from the 5-gallon bucket. I'm cutting in all the edges at the bottom. I put some blue tape so I can avoid painting the ground, and once I do that, then I can go ahead and paint basically all the cuts, all the edges, and then afterwards, in between, I'm gonna be painting with the roller. Now in this case, I didn't have all my tools, so I didn't have like an extension pole or anything like that. That would have been so nice, and it would have been like a lot easier on me. But since I didn't have it, no big deal. I was like, I just got to get this done, so I'm doing this all like straight by hand with the roller. And honestly, like, it came out really nice. Like, after I paint this, you can see how it blends in with the wall. And I'll show you like the after shot in the end. But you see, like right here, you can tell that the door is completely covered from the front, from the right side. Only like once you go through to the left, you'll see it. But this is what a lot of restaurants and businesses do for a door like this or a situation, and it just helps to keep the room from getting distractions. Because if you had that door there left like exposed and wide open, you're gonna see people come in, come out, and it's just not good, especially for a restaurant. If you come into an area and you want to have a nice intimate conversation with a friend or a co-worker, a family member, you don't want to have like all these distractions like at home or other places. You want to have something different. So little touches like this, I highly recommend for you to do in your scenario, and so it'll just give you a lot more business and return. I hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading. Please hit the like button, send us a comment, let us know if you have any questions or if you have any comments for anything. And I'm also going to leave some links in the description with tools and products that we recommend. And so yeah, may God bless you, and we'll see you on the next project.